Fairness is nothing but a buzzword in today's world. It is obvious that not everyone has access to the same resources and contacts. Compare, for example, the average Joe who works at McDonald's and can't seem to find a better position despite trying hard, and a Congress member's son who benefits from his political connections to legally take taxpayers' money and escape the legal rules that supposedly apply to all the population. The same unequal treatment applies for the two genders. Women are way more advantaged than men legally, so the incentives men have to marry or even date are very few. In today's video, guys, you are about to learn some facts and data that prove that the so-called male privilege is only a narrative. But before we go deeper, let me share the comment of the day and the honorable mention. First, let's go with the latter. Shout out first to Shomari Monroe. He said, "Fantastic video and facts." Shomari Monroe, thanks for leaving your comments on all my videos. I strongly appreciate your support, and I'm glad you like the facts I mention. And now the winner is NFE. He said, "Not finding good men." Yeah, that's where you're wrong, ladies. Good men were right by your side, but then you pushed them away because they weren't good enough. Now those good men are living their best life. These are probably the same women that would rip up a check for $1 million because it's not enough money for them. See what I'm saying? NFE, you're absolutely right. I love how you put it in words. These capricious women can't ever get enough. However, they give a lot to talk about, so I give a lot of tips on how to navigate modern society in the best way possible. Please, NFE, don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual, guys, I will pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most light, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment, and you may be our next winner. Now, back to the video. Modern society and its agents, including the political establishment, the mass media, and the entertainment industry, want to give off the feeling that men are the root problem. They want to eliminate masculinity, so they try very hard to get in the school curriculum to teach ideas that go against biology and the laws of nature. I am aware that speaking about this is so risky, but let me put it this way. Schools in the West are trying to trick men into acting like women and vice versa. As a consequence, you may see modern women being insufferable and combative, even in the frame of a relationship, even when the man is a good person and treats her politely. Men are tired of giving all they've got and get only hate and insults in return. On the other hand, we see men getting weaker and weaker, and celebrities like Harry Styles wearing dresses on the magazine covers. The world's been turned upside down. Women live on average longer than men, are more numerous in college, have the judicial system favoring them, enjoy quotas that grant them access to certain positions, and the list goes on. Let me talk about education, for example. Right now in America, there are 2.2 million more women in college than men. That means that in 1 years, there will be 22 million more educated women than men. And let me mention something important. If you are a man and end up hanging out with a girl who graduated from college, run away as soon as you can, because you would be liable by law to pay off her debt. This fact is undeniable, yet many men are still trapped in the lies of society and want to be a woman's charming prince. What sucks about being a man in today's Western world? Listen up, because the amount of data I am about to lay out might blow your mind. Society in general does not care about men's problems at all, not even a little. That includes male depression, suicide, death, etc. In contrast, society cares about women's problems, and there is a great deal of propaganda for women's problems awareness. Nobody gives a half of a fraction of an ounce of a sliver of a F about men's problems. Women do not realize how easy it is for them to get laid as opposed to men. Yes, women tend to have a higher notch count even if they are not so attractive. Men are socially, legally, and emotionally expendable. Men have to deal with being told about how much easier their lives are by women who have never met them. As men, we are fed up with women making assumptions of how we live and what we go through. Women can falsely accuse us of evil acts and jail us on their word for years. Now men have to deal with the guilty until proven innocent paradigm. When dating, the female holds all the power and can choose to exit the relationship if she ever thinks the man she's with is not valuable anymore. And if I go even further, I could dare to say that women reject guys for their DSW size or height. If a man is not regarded either as a potential threat to the female gender or an alpha, he's automatically invisible to the majority of women. This last point goes beyond thinking in terms of attractiveness or ugliness. Even average girls get hit on a lot. Males have challenges that make problems that females have seen kind of petty. Let me tell you an interesting fact. Every time I go on holiday, I see a father who looks so defeated even with his family around. Men have to deal with the constant scrutiny over every single thing we do that may be regarded as malicious or evil. On top of that, consider the discrimination against men in the judicial system, in particular family court. Now let's discuss the double standards. If a woman pinches a man's butt, there are tons of laughs and giggles. If it's the man who pinches a woman's butt, it is an assault and everyone will say he's a pervert. It is okay if a woman talks to the kids of a stranger in the park. If it's a man who does that, he is considered a perv and needs to be arrested. But these are not all the double standards. Shy girls are cute, shy guys are weird. Some men have half the nerve endings of their D chopped off because of tradition. Men rarely get acknowledged by society for just being. As a man, you can't get too many hugs without assuming you were creepy or you were trying to flirt. The entire legal system is stacked against you if you get charged with having done anything to someone of the opposite gender. Men have emotions too, but most of the time we have to suppress them because, in principle, boys don't cry. All in all, men face a lot of problems and inequality, yet it falls on deaf ears. Imagine if a woman was beaten by her husband, was told quit being a wimp, or she was forced to have intercourse, and no one took her seriously with comments like, "At least you got laid." People who think this way would be labeled as misogynists, but you already know that if it is a man who gets beaten by the wife, he can be laughed at for being too weak. As a man, you probably realize that modern social narratives and the culture of man at fault has a noticeably detrimental effect on day-to-day social interaction. You better have a strong brotherhood to go to when you get depressed, because pretty much no woman but your mom will be there to help you. Men are seen as worthless and disposable. Men are seen to have an undignified social role and reputation foisted upon them regardless of what they actually say and do as individuals. Men don't have the built-in support system that women have. And last but not least, especially if you're white, there will always be people who will insist the success you achieve is thanks to what you've got between your legs and the color of your skin. The list of double standards, narratives, arguments, and lies the modern world comes up with are damaging for men, as you might realize. Bias against men is so endemic in a society which is so blind to it that even to question the status quo is seen as odd. Dodging all modern BS is simply waking up to this historical trick and realizing that women are not divine beings and men are no less valuable. I encourage you guys to stay strong enough to say no to unfair social norms. I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Do you realize all the lies the system tries to make you believe? When did you wake up to this upside-down world? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, hit the like and subscribe buttons, comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.